the other guest, we are the Chief Minister, we don't join we make we go can start the program now. All right, so it's 2 o'clock. As usual, we commitment to time. We want starts now. First, like I said earlier, we want for welcome. We are already in the hall, and people are already watch we across the country and also abroad. And the wishing on behalf of the government, the ministry, and the president, prosperous 2024. As usual, we start with the brief updates before we begin discuss what to make with there today. So I know say today the 9th, so Bokutin happened since the 1st of January. So the first one I go start with, I know say the president be address the country on the 1st of January pioneer message where he assure everybody say he go endeavor for make the country better and more comfortable future for the government, and we go also take steps then for able to make sure say we tackle the many economic challenges that we'll get. Also on that same the first pursuant to section 40 subsection 4 paragraph E of the 1991 Constitution, the president be exercising prerogative of mercy who say pardon 352 inmates them nationwide. Among them, one the way get clemency, we all know say we brother, we are the well-known musician, Alhaji Maduba, popularly known as Boss LJ. Also on the 2nd of January, Salone been also be part of 5 countries them, we include Algeria, Guyana, South Korea, and Slovenia, will begin the role as non-permanent members them at the UN Security Council. Now, this na 2-year term, we officially start on the 1st of January. And also, then be used that day for do what they call flag installation ceremony, where now we permanent representative na New York also believe that one day for we. On the 3rd of January, His Excellency also be make a trip to Algeria, also I meet in counterpart. We then discuss many things them, because now Salone and Algeria also are non-permanent members of the UN Security Council. This visit now for make the cement the relationship way done between Salone and Algeria, and also for move forward the common African position on the UN Security Council reform. Also, on the 5th of January, His Excellency also be welcome a delegation with the Prime Minister of the Republic of Guinea, Bernard Gumor, now in Lidam, where then go State House, where then go express them solidarity and gratitude on behalf of the President of Guinea, when Colonel Mamadi Doumbouya, because of what be happened in Guinea, where there be a tragic explosion in the country. We all be know say immediately when they happen, the Honorable Vice President will lead delegation, will include ministers them and people and agencies for good support and express solidarity from the President to the people of Guinea. Also on the 3rd, we know say the bank governor of Sierra Leone, Dr. Ibrahim Bukari Stephen, be tell people and say the currency, the old loans, be don't come to an end on the 31st of December, and we're the 1st of January 2024. We mean say now the new loans are the only recognized legal currency, legal tender for all financial transactions in Salone. Also, we know say on the 3rd of January, where the minister will give more further details on, the state will commence preliminary investigation against former President Kuma, where they don't charge with treason, misprision of treason, and 2 counts of harboring before Magistrate Santigi Bangoa, na Magistrate Court number 2, na Panemba Road, because of an alleged involvement and the attempt for overthrow the government of Sierra Leone on the 26th of November. Also, the Justice Samuel Otilo, when High Court judge be granted bail, and the matter they be adjourned until the 17th of January. And then the last updates now that we know say yesterday, 8th of January, the court martial also be commenced and called court martial pre-trial session of 27 RSLF personnel we then start the session na court number 1 na the main court na Shakasivin Street. Then people here, we now the accused people, RSLAF personnel, they be charged with various offenses for the alleged role on the 26th November 2023 failed coup. Today we there for discuss waiting at the government, we expectations and we plans them for 2024. And for make we get that discussion, the proper will not say nobody no fit for talk about, and then the Honorable Chief Minister already with our Dr. David Moinina Senge, we are for welcome on behalf of the ministry. And also we get with sister we Dr. Fatuta Kiwina, educationist. We also be for also come making contribution to this discussion. So on that note, I go on for end and hand on over to the host, when the Minister of Information, Mayor Boss. Turn over. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Deputy Minister. To the family and we watch, listen, and follow we online and all over Salone and the diaspora. I want for tell you all plenty thank you again and wish you all, and join me, Deputy, for wishing you all happy 2024. We pray this new year, follow all members say Salone big pass we all, and follow we put Salone above all else. The national anthem say high we exalt the realm of the free. The national pledge say make we put her interest above all else. So help us God. So we big request, we big campaign this year, and for remind the people of this country, say the country big pass we all. And that this new year, Lord puts the country above all else. And for tell all we local partners and thank you, wishing all best 2024. As you see today again, we get a wonderful show in, I know say we get a very big guest now. We are the Chief Minister of the Republic of Salone, the Honorable Dr. David Moinina Senge. They will come provide comprehensive updates on governments in planning for 2024 across all of governments. And me don't discuss this, and also say for Kangi, a lot of substantive things that we hope so now we will carry and go form a big part of the conversation we will get. Just before we go to that, I want for just take a moment for just say not lost on me that on this panel representing the government of Sierra Leone are 340 and under people them, the new face of the country, young people them. Keketoma and me, they in a class together, and I'm in a class. I've been the Kong kid in our academy. David, as well, we grew up together. We were all members, activists as children. I think as a country, the importance for let we not miss the moments here. Not so small moments this way. I see the Honorable Deputy Minister for Gender and Children's Affairs there as well. Another very young man. We're in a part of regeneration of young people, where His Excellency President Julius Maada see fit. For say Trade, then say Canal Minister, then I had this, that, with respect, but not to be the average age this, where we've been the see. So the people who they watch, listen and us for also see and pay attention to that. I want for just announcing we get Colonel Lisa Banguraya, they represent the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. And as the Deputy Minister announced, yesterday they bring initial charges for the court-martial against 27 military officials for various offenses, they ranging from mutiny to aiding and abetting the enemy and all that. If we get any specific question, we don't issue a press release on that day, very specifically. So if any specific question, they will mean no answer fully. The colonel there, he come so that we go provide answer to the people of this country. The commitments we don't make as a government, we're unprecedented as well in this country. Now that we go be transparent, including with difficult conversations. We know they hide. We the cancel now. We they bring kind of information. Some man say now we don't get information, say now I want tire. I say we not even get, we not even the plan there with the chief minister they can't talk, but we not even don't do all the aids. When I say this week, he even announced as well a new platform where any citizen can go by and use for set appointments for see any government minister. This is now part of the commitment with His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio don't make. I also have for reiterate with commitments we get that every time we will get a platform here, we try to get a different voice away from we the government. Because Salone now we all get them, like I can always say. And in a democracy, we for talk, including with people who don't agree with all the time. And so again, for the first time, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education will all learn platform here. Will they bring somebody who not directly in government? We get civil society, we get private sector. Will they provide a platform for let themselves can share their views? So when the Honorable Chief Minister they can share in the first in reflections on 2023 and then the plans for 2024, and they get an opportunity as well for Dr. Fatou Taki, when a renowned educator, well respected, for letting us share your perspective and give your viewpoint. And then right after that, we get plenty of questions, a few questions who don't come in online. We always committed to answer them question. And if you didn't hear, you get more than one question. And this is a new year, so maybe I'll remind you one time before we get today. Everybody, where they are, they call you, if I point at you, you get chance for ask one. But you get the opportunity for submit more than one. But the number 2, number 3, you do use with digital platform. If you get a free sale, you text 8760 the question they can write now this my iPad or they watch so the answer are the same and they ask them. If you use the platform, we get a short code, we can then we screen here, but also they by the flyer or they share, you use that code there, the I don't call them the QR code, you can use them, you go on the platform, you send 10 questions safe and they ask all 10. So again, the one they say, oh, they give you chance for talk. No, they give you chance for talk. But it's no more now. The celebrity for today. Now me guess then I the celebrity. We don't agree. We don't make this platform for let you can't turn celebrity per way. Eh? We want to celebrity, you call your platform with the candy. As I say, on that note today, I know say the chief minister get plenty for say. So we start with my friend, my brother, my boss now, the Honorable Chief Minister for the Republic of Salone, where I can like for point out to people and say, na an intellectual, na rapper, a designer, on an all land and also, no, the dancing party on nani an agree. Aha, na bola, aha, the man get game, any carry he puts a get game, The most important thing, he works very hard and committed for deliver on the vision of His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio. What we'll do, Chief, is I'll give you first 10 minutes. I know you have a lot to share. Start with just looking back at 2023, since you become Chief Minister, we all start. And then I'll give you another additional time for let you look at the year ahead. And the first time we get just one major person from government, because you cover the length and breadth of the government of Salone. Now you supervise we all, now you make sure say coordination happen and all that. So it might be helpful actually for let you start with explaining to people what the role of a chief minister, because I feel say now part of not to all man fully understand which you will and how you see your role.
Thank you very much, Minister and colleague, and the real celebrity then at the table over. And I really think it's important that waiting you they do, waiting on a ministry they do, for bring the government closer to the people. The chief minister role as a role, mina glue, or no, I can be glue. For glue different people in together, so we must work together. But I can also be lubricants, like if grease for big grease, where if tin hats for work, the person will be the oil, we're gonna remove bottleneck. So ultimately, my role as coordination, now either for make say we all go come together and do work and deliver and waiting we saw they do, and also bottleneck day for provide that grease day just for remove that bottleneck day so that people then go do their work. So on 10 there, it means say I go one kind of ministry for understand what's in the happen. Other 10 it means say I go call minister there for can discuss. Other 10 it means say I go call director within a different area. Ultimately, the fundamental goal that for make sure say we do waiting we say we want for do. To the point where you been the make about that we can't take these things for granted, waiting President Bill don't do. And obviously me work now for talk about waiting President Bill na agenda in terms of implementation. Yesterday, all man they glad he say France, the new prime minister, na 34 years old. France, 34 years old. But President 6-year-old for France there. So this see what they do so that President Bill they copy from. But the important for identify inclusion at this point, that if France they decide say then prime minister for be 34-year-old and nobody no care about what's my age, waiting for make na salon if for be a thing where people then the question when the median age for we country is 19. And so we need to recognize that transformation the way they happen in this country. And same with gender, that even though in a law we pass, that we they make the effort for have an inclusive room. And you can look around in many we day across government we prioritize gender. So on waiting we do over the last 6 months of government, we done do plenty in them. And I go focus on a couple. One major one everybody know about now the agreements for national unity. For the first month and half, the opposition not being to participate in elected role of government. They participate in non-elected ways, but they're not being in the parliament, they're not being in a council, they're not being in the mayor houses. And His Excellency ensure say we could get a dialogue mediated by the Peace Commission and many other people and we come up with 8 resolutions. I want for show Fambul and say every one of them 8 resolution and they under implementation. And we go continue, and I'm glad that my counterparts from APC, Dr. Kamara, even in New Year's Day message, reiterates then self-commit for implement everything within that agreement there. We as a government, the APC as APC opposition, this is not a major success for we can't address differences. Big 5, we don't hear about Big 5. I know say all man don't memorize the Big 5. But the primary one are the feed salon. We launched the feed salon program, and we create a relationship where the Ministry of Agriculture don't bring in lots of resources, financing, new money, for implement on the Big 5, but then also don't develop policy. I read the other day, so they say, you saw that policy no more, you don't do over the last couple of months. Policy really, really important, and financing. But 2 major policy where I want to talk about where the Ministry of Agriculture do, now the rice value chain policy, where they look at the entire, because we still want to feed we serve, and we for now and the rest we eat. And that means that from cultivation to processing and marketing, we they look for bring all the policy there and value addition for make sure so we'll be able to grow the rest we for eat in this country. Yeah. The second one, we didn't call institutional feeding, boarding home there, prisons, the police, several entities then we governments buy rest for them to the tune of tens of millions of dollars. Waiting we want for do now that over the next year 20% of them rest then they will buy for police and prison for be locally produced. And we get for go slowly, say it be 100%. And then policy then get for incentivize waiting we need for do for more feed we serve. A lot of people let me see where we sign MOU about the 8-kilometer bridge for Gona Lunge. The way for think about is this bridge here they expand the economy. This bridge here, if you care about climate, people then they go up the hill there, disaster. This bridge here go make we not claim the hill there and way water go there. It go expand the city. 10 minutes away, you able can. Right now, if you did the peninsula, they take you 1 hour for can walk. If you go Lunge with the bridge, it will take you 15 minutes. So we all go gladly for the Lunge and not the inside traffic for can walk in a free town. And they decongest the city. So the people that way they politicize are really not maybe then the Siam, but they're not one for Siam. The value of the bridge for we country, you know, that they expand the economy, they protect with urbanization, the congestion, climate, and everything. We signed MOU, and the purpose of that MOU, that the outcome will develop a how do you call that? A plan. Then they would look for a bridge where then go down check, they don't costed and evaluated plan and financing model. In terms of the economy, we don't engage with World Bank. We don't get many grants, but $65 million direct budget support. We passed the IMF review, the 8th review, where it shows the governments they live within a means, and government get policy them where they work with IMF them program. We also lead to a disbursement of $20 million in financing. We do what we need for stabilize the economy, and then they make the World Bank and IMF continue for support with program. In terms of energy and power, we'll see where we all glad about the MCC compact, and when I be knowing everybody and the compact with the glad because it's an independent evaluation of what we do as a country. And that program they go develop many projects, but within energy itself, through cabinet, we get the Western Area Power Generation Project. We go bring about 103 megawatts. Then they go be a 36-month program. We expect around third quarter this year. Sorry, I go also what they do now, and we get what they call the Betmy Hydroelectric Power Project. When I 28.2 megawatt hydro plants as well. And then we get the Newton Solar Energy Generation Project. We AFDB funded when a 6 megawatt solar plant. And then we get other projects and what they do within energy. Within education, we get new thing we get for implement now, and we don't. I just see they're not begin focusing on it for the continuous professional development. But something we'll get for be excited for ministers with the host WAEC meeting. Salon I for chair WAEC now for the next couple of years. I know they say it would now would have on a Salon man I for chair WAEC and match with the whole international WAEC summits now and Ministry of Education and WAEC na denge for facilitate that then. Within foreign affairs, they don't sign many agreements then with foreign affairs, environment, tourism. One part in with tourism, we gladly but we then get for do over the next couple of years. Now, and I think the minister then been don't talk about that. Every month we get new projects, new priority. We get month by month themes where they happen. And it's linked to the new airports, and I sure see people that may get question about the new airport agreement. But I see the number when I released the other day, the show increase in passenger travel. In the social sector, plenty thing there. We passed cabinet decision on the illegal and illicit drugs. We with Kush get a lot of activities. I think the Ministry of Social Welfare don't actually they focus on rehabilitation and beyond the prisons facility in Pujan. We then pardon, where His Excellency pardon, then people then do their own rehabilitation there, which I thought was really, really inspiring. On transport, on Team for C incoming, we don't see them find bus there. And we get for protect them bus then get for begin label the streets them usai citizens with the drive not for go at specific times. The bus in walk one for we all go require we on good behavior as citizens or make sure so not they block them traffic then because they are timed from one side from eastern Tego western for commute with people them, and we get for support the Ministry of Transport on that day. Ministry of Finance they continue for figure out how for stabilize the forex, where they don't do a very good job of, but for make sure say prices could be affordable overall. And in a way, people not so just bad news. Audit's not a bad thing. Try the way audit reports can come on. Oh man, every newspaper now but bad audit report. We they commit for implement the audit recommendations. But the audit reports will come out this year very good. It shows that MDA then they do lots of progress on audits. We not just for expect the audit reports for B scandal, Tego. And in spite of the things in the audit reports, which are really good compared to previous audit reports, we will work to make sure, say, with Ministry of Finance, we implement all of that there. One major thing for look forward to, that the National Development Plan vision, where they go until 2030. This is not one of the first NDP, and we're not linked to an election, because this is about the country, this is about how we achieve the SDGs. So they go until 2028, they go until 2030. And sports, plenty in the body boxing day, sports we happen about, then get blind judo, then really the person we win as Sierra Leone or the Australia, where they figure out lots of ways for making Salon people then where they abroad for come and participate. Where they go Olympics this summer, and one part in the area then with Salon actually they do very, very well in boxing. So we they plan for get international boxing tournament na Salon leading up into the Olympics where they go. The Salon are one of the top African countries in boxing, and the female Sierra Leone boxer is one of the best. Like is a top ranking boxer. We don't hear plenty, but Security Council investments right now. Team they are from Morocco, where they come for looking to investment. We get investment from what they happen in Saudi Arabia, Sierra Leone investment with the support Guinea. Civic education, they continue the appointment app, bringing government closer to the people. I don't think they're not quite ready for state, but Minister Salima and for listen, we need for go 3G 100% as Salon. And I've been on discuss how the minister is, but this could be a task for the minister that Salon, if possible, for me, we be a country where you get 100% 3G. They work with the telco there. That's not the kind of aspiration they will get, but maybe I'll go end there for now.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chief Minister. I think you already turn the curve and begin hints at the priorities for 2024. The way we framed today in conversation, before I come to Dr. Taki, now that what people for expect from governments in this new year. 2023 in many ways that be a very unique year. We get elections, 2 coups. We end the year with a curfew. And you mentioned the airport numbers. The propaganda out there now that the Salon don't be abandoned. That this is not country. Nobody know they come. In fact, that all man they can through Guinea. And that somehow things so terrible now. We see say during Christmas and New Year, we beach them full up. The people of this country show say they embrace peace and they cannot be intimidated. We go out, we get fun. Then we in the ministry work very closely with Sierra Leone Civil Aviation. I say, no matter the numbers, and we don't start so every year we pull the number then they. I want to go public with the raw numbers. Somebody asked me then this year about, well, I compare to global. I say, you see, at least I don't give you the number now. You go do the analysis and the commentary. We will give you the facts. The fact is, despite all the challenges that we'll go through in an election year, with all the crisis and negative reporting and tough situation they will face, we see an increase in number of people who come out the country. And waiting civil aviation don't make clear, and wait till they try to explain to people the cost of your tickets not tied to one thing alone. Yes, airport taxes, they contribute, but not to the only thing. The social media intelligentsia, they want to believe, say, that's tax, we don't go up now. That means Salone Airport now will be the worst place for come, no flight, no they can again. When Ethiopian Airways make them first flight cancel alone for March, then they the first ticket for go down. Because now so no more the world they work. Well, now basic economics. Guinea get over I think 12, 14 major airlines where they go there. We as at this end of 2023 almost will be get 4, 5. So just the number of flights that they attract for come. But the other two people don't fail for realize is for attract certain flights for cancer alone, we need forget the kind of airport we'll get. So that now be an investment, and yes, now a costly investment. And yes, it don't lead to increase in taxes. We know the hide nothing. We put some public. We now the government this we know the sign agreements middle nets. We come more cabinets who come, we do press conference, we read the cabinet's conclusion, we give all thing in the most difficult news and the most challenging things. Because the decision where His Excellency they make, where they ask we for make, is for make a decision for we conscience and for the best interest of Salone. Which we believe say rights. Decision that we can defend publicly. Now I make, you know, they ever shy away, this government, they ever shy away for cancel the people. So we see 2023, despite all that challenge there, more people can come, we don't sign new agreements, we begin get more airline than come. We get opportunities there, inshallah, for put ticket prices down. This just yesterday, we do a test booking for book from London to Salone. Another activity contributes to the cost of your ticket price. Now, how soon you book. If you get for travel, so man they wait say the week before it's travel, and they go ahead. We do a mock booking for June for cancel. If you book now for cancel on June, about $600. $600. So yes, you can go and look at them, choose the flexible dates in June now. You will see that from London to here. So again, facts are stubborn. People in the way interested in doomsday about the country. But another way we've seen the Chief Minister say, with commitment as a government, now for work hard as we can for deliver for the people of this country, for bridge the gap, for let people and get the own information we then go use for make them decision. So boss, for 2024, in 5 minutes, waiting now we top priorities. Waiting they keep you up at night. Waiting you want to know say people then say, oh, they keep this record now. Because we're not transparent government. Would they put this online as usual? At the end of the year, we'll come back here next year again. First one, if it pleases His Excellency, follow all today. Because it depends on whether it pleases the Excellency, you know so. Please the Excellency, will they come back next year again, first press conference of the year, at the beginning and come and ask him. I play that same video there. I say, now this you be say, or repeats the what he say, which will achieve, which will not achieve. Chief.
Thank you. I want for the people that if I want to complete this sentence, Salone sweets, but now But I know I may be in a netto. Salon suites actually alter. Not so nets no more. It's important that you know the one that we can talk about Kona Creed and they put on social media wouldn't louder. Then get a reason we make them the louder. Because and I think it's important for make me know and may we understand, say ultimately, as you say, now about facts. If you go buy business class tickets 1 week before you can on a Tuesday, 3 p.m., of course it will be $8,000. But if you go buy a 6 months before, and then decide say, oh, napa Air France no more for fly, you okay for fly Air Morocco or whichever, it can be $600. So people are not very honest, as you say. It's really the honesty, and what you don't do is that citizens can begin to ask questions, further questions, and then they make one for be 100% 3G that's alone, so that like you did in a village, you go know for check the data. I think that the top things, obviously the big five, we'll continue the big five. But waiting I want for me wanna do, and for the minister, with the ministries, we all the budget. When I read the budget was they call the annual work plan. We insist say the financing of the annual work plan and the following up. So the ministries they have to sign a commitment with His Excellency for deliver on the annual work plan, we derived from the medium-term national development plan. But the main one, feed salon, I think the feed salon we go see so the increase we yield this year. With absolute, so take whatever the baseline is this year. We make sure so we increase the yield and available local rice with the salon. The second thing we make, we know they sleep in our network, they sleep in our security, obviously. We know they forget, say, in spite of all them progress then, even though it's seeing hard, but the dollar stabilized during this period. You still, the honest truth is there are people who are never going to be satisfied who will try to subvert the state. And we need to protect you against those people. We own job and have to make sure, say, we not sleep. Some of we know they sleep for protect una against the people them. We no one get security now. And the other point that His Excellency always talk about education. Last year, 96% of we became in transition for go SS1. Hopefully, we'll go up higher than they from this year. And the students then we go to higher education, we actively look for see how most of them go transition and go continue for land, we go lead to jobs. So big five really, Minister. President Biobin does the big five. We make sure that every part of the big five now will continue for deliver.
One last follow-up from your office as the Chief Minister. Do you have any pet projects where you will say, how do they call you, salon, power bank, data man? You just don't mention 3G. Anything the way you look at, say, in 2024, this Chief Minister in your pet projects this way one see through?
We na oil and grease. Not so you do the just oil and grease. Anything with a young priority on a ministry na we own priority. I think my primary job really for His Excellency. But then like the appointments app where they work with the Ministry of Communication for make sure that we deliver that we get plenty of that in them because we they see outside with the office of the president. Where they see the challenges with the different ministry then they get, or the opportunities within the different ministry, we just they provide the glue or the grease. So now anything within the annual work plan, we there for support to that.
So for we within the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, when I hear the announcements, the Chief Minister say we ministry a priority, 9 in priority. So always will get planned. The chief minister to make sure say this is not applied to your ministry or indoor. This only applied to my ministry, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. But I will tell the chief minister, thank you. I'll turn to Dr. Fatutaki quickly. You're an educator. You don't listen to the minister. We discussed this and say, I want to let you listen to the chief minister, but I also want to let you give your perspectives as a Sierra Leonean citizen where they observe the space. What do you like for seeing a salon in 2024? What do you want for see we focus on? So I'll give you 5 to 7 minutes for you do your reflections. And then I go hand them over to Una. Follow on, I ask them questions. Yes.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you, Mr. Ba, for that very loaded question there. Family afternoon, pleasure for there at this first press conference, and Happy New Year to we all. And with the praise, we all push salon for go better. What I mean for go better, for also where would they look other country there, where they watch them film, where they read about other side, and where they watch picture them, where they side where can they collect pan. With the praise salon they reach that side. And now we say circle for make salon reach that side. So I just go back to the chief minister in reflections as you asked me, and going back to few things that we don't see, and basically looking at waiting the plan for 2024. Now, me as a normal citizen of Salone, it can find where we can where we tongue, and I think it's a good job. At least when they talk to we make they hear and understand certain things. Then, whether we want for understand or not, whether we want hear or not, or they make an effort for engage, for make we know what's in the happen. So in fact, this is supposed to cut down small on apprehension and fake news, and I think it's a very important thing, because we get people away now for cook no more and for bring out bad things then in Kidipam. Now, the country as it is. Fantastic. We don't look at 2023. As you say, for me, I'm very interested in here. We don't get the good, the bad, and the ugly inside that 2023. The very good strides and don't make, but at the same time, like say, interesting here, we don't get election inside that year day. We don't get coup attempt. We don't get airport. We don't get coffee. All the things that we've been thinking, say, way back 2002. So we don't forget about them. We don't left them behind. But come, like this, January 6th was 26 years. So you imagine, say, another 2 decades. We come back, take we back to Usai, some of we, for people away, obviously, I mean, not 58, by the way. So they're within that bracket. We, been there in their 20s or not been teenagers, we be up in. But, before my died gets small, I think it's something a salon need for pick up, and I think owner then at the right place for doing. We need for able for commemorate then days there. We not for forget then days there. I not see January 6th and the time we get this kind attack on Freetown. It shouldn't be a day where for just pass. It will be a day, and it should be a continuous thing you do under civic education. Then we need for teach we begin there. People now, when they talk about youth, yeah, I know we get youth as and youthers. When some people are in 60, 50, they're still in a youth. But we get a whole component of salon population. We don't know what's happening that ending. Even if they see film, like they see the Cry Salon film or Cry Freedom or Crying Freetown, they actually go visit a film they act. Because we know even they take them up out we say for teach we begin and say this actually happened. So me think say that a part of that civic education, it should be a continuous. I don't see why we celebrate or commemorate Poppy Day for World War I, World War II, where we in war. We don't know the details of them, and we know the make sure so we begin and sabi them. So that should be a key thing. Where for go into our schools, into our system, people they need for member. waiting the happen, and we don't want them back. And that's the message that goes with it is never again, because no one go through Dandy. So that's me digressing that one. Again, if I'm part of the security issues. You talk about the budget, you talk about the plans we don't make. And you say, and you want for reassure, we say, on the look at the economy. I don't think say anybody man, I'll make that general statement. Quite a good number of people, they feel the pinch. Yeah, I would say maybe 60, 80, 90% of people, they feel now, even if you get the money, but for every time you come on a treat, you want to buy orange or apple, or you're going to market, the price don't go up. For every time. So nobody know they feel that pinch the way, no, say something they go up and something is not right. So me, I think looking forward to 2024, it's for us, more would they make, I don't want to say better effort, but maybe we try for consolidate now, all anything with the plan. So we try for fast track them, may it begin show effect, on the economy. May we even get some element of price control when we get the people that we're supposed to, because people are the way they pay for do that work day. May themselves they go out and see what's in the app in a shop 1, shop 2, shop 3, where they see the same item, all man getting you, like all man pay different tax. So for me again, as ordinary citizen, all man where they feel that pinch, where I get for cuts before, to how many pieces, that's one of the things. So I think that economy we need to really push them. Agriculture, fantastic. And we all eat less, but we don't want to think about cassada, we don't want to think petete, now rest no more. We eat. I want to ask one question, and it's not going to be a rhetorical question, maybe Chief Minister will answer that later. We don't ever forget state farms where sometimes we can get prisoners for working at state farms. What that means is not mean say then punish them, but then in a state farm. But you can also get, like we get, you're going to just say, you come out here. You must meet the mommy are there, the baba there, all man defense something for the woman wants, like in a parking space, someone fence something. When sometimes we reach and say, then people are, they pay them. But they engage them for do work inside the farm. So you then they pull it, then go get them supply, but they pay them back. But then they inside it. And I think say we get maybe one way of punishment also now for do agriculture, then later then we'll see not to be punishment. I think that. So that agriculture bit, and with all them thing there, the policies where then they put together for put her into practice, for make we able begin see them, because up to now, yes, people and they a lot more people don't go into agriculture, especially they do rice. But you'll still find out say for fen we rice, it's not as easy for fen a shop like I go fen the imported one. So maybe we need for give a lot more support to the one that we don't want to go. And the one that really we don't want to do and we don't get nothing for, do not for putting them by force, make them go plant. Now we all eat it. We all eat. So I think that. Now, this bridge. I mean, from where small at the Erie Bridge. From our small, check it at the Erie Bridge. And I may make, okay, that's going to be a controversial one. I'm not going to say, but I may make a statement. It's about time we get that bridge. Do you are big, make we get that bridge. If it means, you see, the price is to pay, they look at development, they look at what I can say the cost to certain thing. You can make a move for those certain things, even at your own, even to yourself. I can see grapes, I can see rice. I go decide if I want to eat the grapes or I want to eat the rice. But say which one you decide on, whether you call opportunity cost, which one you decide, something the way you give. So, but we know say it goes open now, like you say, it go open up the economy, it go open up the tongue, people then go able to express the same like how me no meet train. But same like how women don't people and they talk about train and how, and you see them, you travel go apply the seafoods and the poil, vegetables and the poil, because they for fit for transport for camp. So if we get some of them, it's in a way easy for transport produce from one place to another, then can sell, then go back. I think it's going to help the economy. So for me, that's fantastic. The other thing is power. This power, would defend yourself and aside, would they go back to the dark ages, call on that dark ages, and the dark ages of blackouts. It's very unfortunate that we don't move strides, but for some reason, one thing or the other, maybe now we have no patience for wait for the result for the thing that we don't plan. But what I find in Ceylon, I think is another thing I want to talk is about the discipline, the rule of law. And when you talk about, for me, you ask me a question, what do you mean want to see for 2024? I think, say, we need for coming to be safe. We know politicians are one. Now we self, they make politicians. Now they make them turn rogue politicians, but we. Because if when they vote people in, even the one that when it has pleased His Excellency, we then go there, we begin tell them what do we think say they want as opposed to waiting at the two. Then now we the cause. But we for also make people and winner then the lead for no say they are servants of the people. Now then they serve we, not all the people they serve them. So there has to be that understanding of the dynamics. So if rule of law, so the unfortunate one, and the way that I see that press release for say people in go poil down something about the lights na King Tom, and I'm sitting there wondering how, if a politician you are doing for, then get generator, then go get them fuel, then not the sofa. So you will go poiler. Now for the country back, all man we're not able to afford them thing and day. Now they go poiler for so to what end? So that rule of law, we need to make sure, say, even per owner, the leaders, if there's a rule, there's a law, let us implement it. There are traffic and that cover, what's in a license plate. I mean, at the start, I remember that the president said that this was not going to happen. But if years down the line, the people are then supposed to implement what the president say, and they seem to have an immunity. When they go against it, then the general public will say, okay, now they will follow. So the other thing I want to talk about, water. Now they tell me that so no worry, I don't now. So that lights, that water, rule of law, the politics of how we make now they create monsters. Now they deify our leaders and we turn them into monsters. And the tariffs and the taxes, which is global, but when you put it into the salon context, where the salary they increase, but the taxes increase, then we probably need for student back, get a round table and say what is happening, what do we need to do, and things that we people need to do, we need to force people to do them. Thank you.
Well, this is exactly why we as a government make sure say the conversation is not one-sided. I will tell you thank you for your frank, factual contribution. Again, now we all get this country. We only make this country by we just do one side, we all agree with each other. In a democracy, we for disagree, we forget different pressure voices, and the government of His Excellency President Bio welcomes that. So the one where they say, Salon a place where you express your opinion. Right now, the government press conference where now we organize, pay for everything. We bring non-government independent voices. We share their own viewpoints. I just want to say two things quickly. On the budget, the ministry, they work with the Ministry of Finance. We will do an aggressive campaign in the first quarter of this year for really break down the Finance Act. We already don't make advanced plans with that. So you will see short videos, animations, a lot of engagement in communities. For the first time, we'll make sure the last person all across this country understand what's in the inside the budget. And that is a commitment we are willing for make very publicly, because I know how far we don't go. Civic education and the priorities. I know a lot's not been made about civic education, plenty things. I would say watch this space, because it's something that we're really committed to. It's a new ministry. We don't work with the chief minister and other partners. The one that we know in the last week of December, we got a high-level delegation from UNESCO Council. They meet with some of them. They meet with historians and all. They're working with me. We don't sign a partnership with New York University. We want to go about civic education systematically. Build a completely new infrastructure on how we engage in civic education in Sierra Leone. Both starting from national identity, national character, what it means to be a Sierra Leone, what it means to love Sierra Leone. How do you love your country? You know, Doc, you mentioned, and I'll give the Chief Minister a quick chance for response. I feel like there are a couple of issues you should respond to, and I'll open up. You mentioned people when they go attack EDSA facilities, but it's not just EDSA facilities. We own citizens of this country. Make delegation, go Washington, for tell the United States government, say, let's Salon get MCC money. You know it's not MCC money? Now 500 million investments in energy, electricity. You know they can, nobody in pockets now. It's investments for in picking and get lights now. He make delegation and get that money. Then go say America, that money, we not give we own country, we say come out, we born. We say we own people in day. You hate the government, you disagree with the government, so they organize themselves. Then go America, then they pay people in there. We're a part and parcel of this country now, where they spend money in Washington, D.C. for lobby, for less Salono gets MCC money. So if you want to talk about civic education, not just the ordinary how they go attack. Some of the educated elites, we need to remind ourselves about what he mean for like your country and put you on. Because you can disagree with MCC, you can decide say whatever, or with Salon government and all things. But you go say no, but the money, you go to any other country, you go Senegal, you go other side, then go say, yeah, but we want the money can our country. Because if the money can say, like na me self then at this position that the money can. What would they spend them? Now jobs for Sierra Leoneans. So, we will build the lights. Now all man will get the light. But let's can the same people who complain say lights not there. And the same people in the support and they attack. And the same people they pay this money for let them go talk in America say all things bad. And then they write back on social media all the negative news of Salon. For say we can't get about for blow up. Where you go on a beach, like a CM say, we did it, we enjoy ourselves inside this country. We marry Simini, Limba, Loco, we they marry each other with this, but they want for President Alexei, because not to them right now, that everything is so bad. So this conversation, I'm glad we raise them points in there, because if I remind ourselves that as Sierra Leoneans, there are things, like I will say this year with this campaign, what they do on civic education at the ministry, Salon for big pass me and you, and we for lifts the country above all else. Before we open up, I want to give you a chance for response to what thing that we say just for 3 minutes, and then we'll open up for questions. So.
Thank you. Actually, the thing about the state farms, then at one point the policy way I talk about where the Minister of Agriculture do, that the army, they get a young farm, the prisons, they get a young farm, all man, they get a young farm. The Minister of Agriculture, they far into that. And we work with private sector for also established farms. So in governments don't decide for do now that would they make it easy for private people then do farming. So we they make the road, we they make the lights, we they make the water, then you can and do your farming. That's what we're trying to do. On the local rice, most of the local rice now Guinea and Mali can go. I read the other day then somebody say, oh, me now country rice no more I don't eat from where me member they me able buy me your rice now country rice me they buy. I meet other boys say you know it's country rice, it's not like the smell. Now I be want to say with man, but not to with man in the sense like now the foreign mentality where they don't put now we hate. This is the civics. It's a kind of say, oh now that fair rest we don't scatter, not get any nutritional value, neither more sweet. But the difference in nutritional value between that country rest and that fair then they compare. But yet, you get salon man where you can say, not like the smell of a country rest. We not good for you and you picking though. So we need for, but yet people in Guinea and Mali, then they can't buy. If you go Cambia, then they can't pay for one season before. So that by the time they harvest time, don't go. Yes, so we need for be able to celebrate that day. I agree with you on the rule of law. When you've been talking about opinion, say people then share the opinion as alone. The one that they share the opinion as alone. If you're gonna be social media, who will then cause me a mad, then swear me my papa. That kind of level of openness 9 day, but I'll go open them for questions.
Perfect. So now, your turn. I have some questions from online, but I will read them and then I'll still cancel now before I get the response. Somebody say, glad if we will present the numbers for inbound and outbound travel figures for 2023. I want to know if the figures include the president and the delegates there. The way Salon people, somebody don't decide on help Salon people for be obsessed with them presidents in travel. The way Salon people are obsessed with how them presidents travel, somebody they ask question I will plan them for make sure say all MDs get professional, functional, safe and updated websites. Then somebody they ask question make Salon Commercial Bank they require payment of college fees only at the headquarters in Freetown. As I said, this is not the press conference for the government of Sierra Leone, so any and all questions are welcome. Now, of course, we get the chief minister here, so you know all things. So now, indicates if you have a question, put up your hand, and then so we call first 5, and then we go again. All right, let's see. At the starts with me resident celebrity number 1. I go to civil society number 2, gentleman at the back number 3, the glasses number 4, yes, with the green number 5. You okay? So please pass the mic to 1. If you knew Naya, they are asked to post within near you before you talk.
The Watch and Sankara newspaper, respectively. The question about the Minister of Information and Civic Education. The question is all about civic education, sir. Yes, sir. Some people in talk say throughout the years we get a lot of theory on civic education, but not they work effectively. The same I ask you, you are a Muslim. What if you engage with the United Council of Imams? We get about 68,000 imams over register for preach anything way bad and good. Where do you go up in this country? All the mosque them. 1. What if you engage with the tribal head council, where so all belonging to communities them, and each tribal head get about 500 sub heads them, when we preach at the communities them continuously. 3. What if you engage with the paramount? What if you engage with the paramount chiefs them, where so we get about 190 paramount chiefs them, they will spread the thing at some level. The last another is the council of churches them because as well for the same sir. Does that make ask you that? Thank you.
Una no say na no more they allow that for na no more get a privilege na know so. Okay, good. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. First and foremost, I want to congratulate your ministry for a job well done. Because in the history of Sierra Leone, we haven't got correct information. But you people have provided us with correct information. Let me take you back.
Question. Stick to the question. You don't say we thank you, we appreciate. But please, let's get to the question so that then go take us back. Take us forward.
My
yes, sir.
Question
yes, sir.
is to the Chief Minister.
Yes, sir.
The Auditor General's report has come out. And what is government doing in the recommendations of all those they have the Auditor General's report has made. Because Parliament said we shouldn't talk about anything until they debate on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir. Number 3.
Good afternoon. My name is Ibrahim Isaac Mansare. I work for Center on Parliamentary Operations and Functions as a Civil Society. My question to the Chief Minister. Mr. Chief Minister, you talk about 3G. Whilst me now, my phone where they use are the feds for use 4G. And at the robots one network, they talk about 5G. So I want for understanding you explain waiting out 3G again. Waiting 3G.
Okay, waiting 3G they can do good. Number 4 na the glasses man. Naya whites. No, the first glasses man, the second glasses man they come. Yes.
Even sorry for one for political newspaper. The question goes to the CM. He made mention that Sierra Leonean farmers or whatsoever, they take rest outside the country, they go sell them outside they take rest in the country, go sell them outside to neighboring countries. Being that feed salon at this government in one of the flagship programs, waiting on they do so far for curtail this activity, make sure we get sufficient food in this country.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon. Mina Suleiman Jallo from Expo Times. This Nigerian question to both the Chief Minister and the Minister of Information. Mr. Minister, before the 2023 year ends, you'll be then asked a series of questions regarding Sierra Leone's. Of recent, there was a letter from addressing to the government, including specifically to the president, requesting Nigeria don't pass. Will Salon stand and the government with the ECOWAS community in the region?
Thank you very much. Then I only question them. For now, there will be multiple rounds, of course. Let's take the ECOWAS question because it's one of the issues that we are those people that don't they ask about. We don't be very consistent. Salon are a very proud member of ECOWAS. We participate fully in ECOWAS and they make contributions to ECOWAS. When the ECOWAS mission comes alone, our Lord listen, we put out a very specific press release. We've been signed by my counterparts, my colleague from the presidency, the press secretary, the Honorable Solomon Jamiru. That press release, they make clear the public position on the ECOWAS visits to Salone. They come for being solidarity, for follow-up on the first visit to them in Ghana, November 27, for showing support to Salone, and the efforts then we His Excellency don't take. We put that very publicly. Okay? Very clear. Since then, neither ECOWAS nor the government of Salone nor issue any public statements. So no new development no day for report on. And I don't make it clear in multiple interviews, we not comment on possible private conversations between and among. For example, President Biodo received multiple requests and correspondences we may not even know about. Just because one supposedly leak, no means say me for Canal can explain. What say I explain? Now when His Excellency, again I make it clear to somebody, say I don't speak for ECOWAS. If you see something from ECOWAS where you are asked about, if they get a public position, they get websites, they get some, you can ask ECOWAS. When His Excellency take a decision for the government of Salone, His Excellency typically they communicate that day, they make a note to me, boss Naya, the Chief Minister and others, the VP, and will tell me, say, Mr. Minister, I'll go inside the room, we'll make a decision. Then we communicate very clearly to the people of Salone. In fact, on that same day, they will communicate to the people of Salone. The government of Salone, through the AG's office, will bring charges against the former president of Salone, Dr. Anes Baikoroma, for treason, misprision of treason, and 2 counts of harboring. On that day, at the newsstand, we will get. When we get updates on ECOWAS and with conversations on ECOWAS, we know say we are a very transparent government. We can write back and explain to una. So I hope say that they clarify the ECOWAS issue. And it turned out to the Honorable Chief Minister response on your question then. And I will come back to your civic education question after that.
Thank you. On the Auditor General's reports, there are many ways of engaging. One, as you rightly stated, was through Parliament. I hope people show up and participate in other parliamentary debate. We see, say, when there are culpable corrupt cases, Anti-Corruption Commission after Parliament or in consultation with Parliament can deal with that there. And then if you look at the report itself, it's to ministries. There are recommendations for each ministry. I want to assure Fambul and say, in line with the Ministry of Planning and the Ministry of Finance, we they make sure say then they with the ministry then for do, then they do one. And we they work with them. On 3G, not to all sides get 3G. I think say you get local na Freetown, say you get 4G and 5G na the central area. But because we're not inclusive government, we get Fambul then within our village, then we don't get 3G. Someday we don't get 1G stuff. So we want to make sure, say, then with Fambul then within our village, we don't get 1G. Then instead we'll get 3G. So that they not go they wait for many people then lie pan then. Then instead we'll search the internet. Then instead we'll engage, yeah? And without they happen, say we get full universal minimum 3G in a salon. We all go gladly. So when you come on a Freetown with your 5G, you go to your village, you still go get internet. And the difference between 3G and 4G and 5G, now on how they download and upload and how quickly the data and what kind of data they transmit. So do you a big, may we welcome 3G also. In terms of with the rice, what happened, what may not happen before, now private sector, private business. People then they come out, they know say you're a farmer, then they can't trust you, then give you seed, then give you money. Say we plant this rest here, we cut and me they sell and to. And then get for do that, and the people then get for sell and to the one way supports them. So waiting we own governments they do now through the Ministry of Agriculture in an organized way. Therefore make sure that we they engage them farmer there. We they give them the thing all they need. We say they go say if you want, we'll buy them from you. Through the scheme that they talk about, through school feeding, homegrown school feeding, through institutional feeding, we'll say 20%, and hopefully then they go. And then you self go help. If you go to market tomorrow, if we all decide to go to market tomorrow, like country rest to they buy, next day where you go meet country rest there, it will be cheaper. So may we force the market. And when you do that day, now your mama and your sister and your family now you get for benefit. Because now you go get for grow more rest. Because you know now say where it cuts sell rest, it cuts down tomorrow. You they decide for eat that rest day. Because it's better for you and better for the economy. So do ya. If now one take away tomorrow, where you gonna market buy country rest, yeah? Yeah, that's it.
All right, make I just also add on the civic education, completely agree with you with the bill, a whole new infrastructure that they will include working with religious, civil, cultural, tribal, local authorities. Like, as I say, watch this space. We will come back specifically and get a conversation on civic education. But we're in the process of building. Thanks for that input today. Dr. Taki just points out to me, says Salone Commercial Bank, they actually collect fees. Not just in Freetown, but across all the branches. So that person will send this question, we see in Freetown no more. We want to clarify that part. Somebody will ask question about professional, safe and updated websites. It's not part of we own government information architecture plans as well we'll get, both for Mayo Ministry and the Ministry of Communications. Again, in the first quarter of this year, we don't continue to make progress on that part today. Next set of questions. Yes, 1, 2, 3. No, you get a chance to ask your question. Or that's a log the journalist then. Oh, wait. 4 and 5. Okay. You go.
Yeah, my name is Ibrahim Jawara from IB Blog. My question goes to Information Minister. As I did live now, plenty people still ask you, what's not the government enroll into this super advert scam? How best on cable come inside, but make sure say when I able to talk with Orange and let her able get some money back because the money is still not their account, but able to collect.
Thank you very much. Very good question. Thank you. 2. Wouldn't have been 2. Yes, this one here.
Mr. Minister, if I not lie, this na the second treason trial inside Salone under the leadership of President Bio. Which lesson we will learn?
Okay, which lesson will the government don't learn? For we don't want for repeat. Okay, good. Number 3 now you, eh? Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is John. I want to ask question to Sierra Leone Power Bank, Leone and the Chief Minister. Chief Minister, you mentioned about the dialogue.
But try.
You mentioned about the right? You know, if the APC they adhere still the dialogue and how far the level would on now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Number 4, yes, Nabina Monday. And I need 5. 4, yes, that Monday.
Yeah, my name is Choice FM. Now, the question we may get, I don't get a lot of calls from people for ask me one question we myself not get answer for. This Friday we pass, we understand say they sack the clerk of parliament. I want to forget them from whether not true or not lie.
Okay, thank you. Number 5 now. I don't tell when I say if you see news, you don't see on our page. You don't see on my Facebook page. You don't see my signature param. You don't see just no sin a fake, but for the can they go.
Yeah, Admin Augustine, the report for Heritage newspaper. My question I want to ask now concerning the 27 soldiers them with the whole, and we know say Salone now a lawful country, right? And we know say with the whole anybody in any coup attempt, a penalty there for that. So waiting the court get for do towards that. Waiting the government get for do towards them.
Thank you very much. That's an excellent question, actually. Thank you for what you ask him. I go straight to the Chief Minister because I would like to give one more round if we're able to do this one quickly. So, Chief,
yes,
go.
Thank you. I think the lesson from the treason trial and every trial before now in the I know say people then look for things say the judiciary no independent, but actually na Salone across the board, in spite of what people then look for believe me at the talker from where I don't tell minister and where I don't tell chief minister. George can't say me I don't call her. For I don't see Sabi George. We don't remember how many say I not see George, I not have George. The independence of the judiciary is there. And I think that one part, and the second one now on evidence, with the follow evidence, not so by feeling, with the follow evidence, and we'll continue for this, not just in this trial, but in all justice sector reform. Now I make one part the big 5 for President Biona justice sector reform. On the dialogue, lots to speak about there, but lots of progress. All mandate participate. Major updates then where I get actually, meaning I'll take small time. Now on the TORs for the Electoral Management Bodies Review Committee, then don't they meet plenty time, then get subcommittee, we develop them TOR, then they they look forward to seeing what they come up with. And then they, as you know, in a 3-week leadership between APC, Dr. Mara, Dr. Gaima, and Ms. Wakana. We now the UN resident, so they proceed. The second part, so there are 8 resolutions, not in a one-panel resolution in the Electoral Management Bodies Review ongoing. The second one are the inter-party dialogue. It is one of the really, really exciting ones. We forced inter-party dialogue. Yesterday, 13 out of 17 political parties showed up. The Secretary General and Chairman of APC showed up yesterday. The Secretary General of SLPP plus PMDC plus all man showed up yesterday for the review of the security sector by the ONS, where they show the inter-party dialogue, not so just for more we'll talk about the agreements, but we need all the parties for participate, which is also a civic responsibility. Another resolution we've been did now that for deepening the relationship between President Bio and former presidents. Just recently, President Bio and former vice presidents been the hangout. So President Bio don't get any problem for hangouts, for engage with former leaders, which is ongoing. And on the judiciary, on the release, I mean, talk this, people then take and say, why make they talk that day? APM, we have been on talk about this at the press conference before. ABC been provide lists for people then for free. Then people they're not in a court, they're not in a prison, they all don't run away. So what I've been saying is that maybe then we will help, and not so bad talk than they. If you know, say that person where you say for review, not so bad talk. Right now the person is a fugitive. Now bad for say do ya if you able now for make me that person they can't go review the case. Not so bad talk than they. And I'll tell you say somebody they that list they we been in an APC then list. We President Bio pardon. So that's also ongoing. So I continue for big, whether an APC now, whether an SLPPO, anybody, but particularly the one the way APC puts on our list today, at the big them, ask them, may then come back. If they're able to come back, would they able to sit down and review? But otherwise, the conversation they go on. On this, me they lead a delegation next week with the Minister of Finance, with the leader of government business, with the minority leader of parliament, with the All Political Parties Association, the head of MCC coordinating unit, and with one NGO, we go now Washington, D.C. on this, and the importance more understand, for deepening the bilateral relationship between the U.S. government and the Sierra Leone government. Within the bilateral relationships of the U.S. government and the Sierra Leone government, we engage with the executive office, several people in the executive office, including the MCC, USAID, DFC, Sierra Leone. Now, one part of the country that will get the largest amounts of DFC funding in Africa. This is not direct foreign investment from the U.S. government. Sierra Leone get one of the largest portfolios. And we engage with the leadership of DFC and several other people then. And we also engage with the people in the how you call them, the legislative. That means people in the Senate and people in the House of Representatives. And there, because na bilateral foreign relations, we meet with people within the Foreign Relations Committee, both the senator there and the people in the House of Representatives. Yes, the topic of conversation go include agreements. It go include MCC. It go include DFC. It go include USAID. We'll get plenty news for talk. Good news on that day, but we're not going to talk now with the whole land. But I want people to know, say, the relation between the U.S. government and the government is really deep. They continue for work on that. They make they bring delegation in at DC. Finally, in the minister will talk about that day. On the parliament, true lie, we know to Congosa government. We know they talk about Kongosa or Tingwe, we hear rumors. We know they deal with misrepresentation. If somebody can say, I already say, oh, that man they nah, oh, and now we get plenty in them what they do for address on the economy, on governance, that I don't really think say it right. From where we talk about Kongosa and rumors and hearsay. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Just for reiterate that last point today, when there's news of that nature, you will get them directly from the Ministry of Information and with different channels, either we share on our socials or on respective page. So we're not getting no news for reports on that, and we try not for report to rumors. On super advertise, glad we put in the ask about this question. This is an opportunity as well for do civic education. If it's too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. Somebody can tell you, say, give me 500,000. Tomorrow, I give 5 million. My brother, my sister, run for your life. So, that is a scam. Bank of Salon don't take some measures them. Would they try for shots they all down? Orange actually be very proactive. Now they first issue the press statement, say they dissociate themselves with their when they find out. And I want to tell citizens and thank you because plenty citizens tag we, so plenty in our social media on super advertise, and in fact some then go on my private websites and all that and really draw our attention, and we push them forward, we help fast to get their measure here. So again, civic engagement, our all responsibility for protect we serve. But the people who look for quick money, fast money, money doubling, this, that, if at the end of the day you get scammed, there's very little we can do. We do best, obviously, shut and down, protect. We get means and now we work with Bank of Salon for make sure we're also transparent with UNA on which institution and a legitimate institution, because for even do any kind of business we get for do with finance, you need to be registered. And that registration and license, they're supposed to be public. But even if we do that, they will put it online. If you don't search for them, somebody come and you say, give me that money, I give you 20,000. You get your money or use Orange, you send the money there. That will still be your problem. So again, we feel very sorry for them people, and they will do it we can as a government for shuts down them platform, and not so just super advertise they out today. There are multiple others. I talked to the bank governor the other day, mentioned plenty others where they out there, where they use and where they call. But the principle really that if it's too good to be true, it's not true. So you as a citizen need for. On the question of the penalty, we get Colonel Issa Bangoya, maybe like get one chance for just see for the people who don't court martial, the pre-trial we don't start. Waiting because we don't get that penalty, I guess then they ask. Waiting at the worst form of punishments we will expect. And then maybe I'll give you a chance since we can close soon. By the way, I'll extend this by 10 minutes. For talk about the calamari group, so 46 officers them we want to discharge recently because of illegal activity. When I don't go through a process. Since you there, maybe we'll just get opportunity to provide clarification on that. First, on the penalty for the one that we want, if they find them guilty, which is not the penalty we expect. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. The Chief Minister of the Republic of Sierra Leone, the academic giant right in front of us, Dr. Fatou Take, the Minister of Information and Civic Education and Deputy, our friends from the media. Very important question, and I want to go quickly to the answer for that question. Currently, the court-martial trial is on. I know we want prejudice, which they go on there, but waiting, I want for make una know, say that trial will continue of 27 ARSLA personnel. The proceedings, definitely, the outcomes of the trials, will make unknown. People will ask so many questions. Wait a minute, ask why make the court martial either right in the center of Freetown or within Cotton Tree. But one simple question I've been given was that The court martial will put her under because if we make an a cockerel, some of us are not going to go there for go cover what happen because we want a free and fair trial. So anybody who wants to see what they happen now, he will go there and see what they happen. Now, now we turn attention to a very important aspect where the minister be mentioned, that about the Calamira security network. In a press release we'll put out, we'll find out say, we'll make them very clear, say the ARSLAF now a unique institution. Unique because we are covered by two laws. We get the civil law and also get the military law. So, in some of the existing policies, we will get now the ARSLAF, it's forbidden for any serving personnel for make it join any pressure group or engage in any critical political discussion. It is not the existing policies. If you do that, like crime, we don't commit into the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces. So way back in July 2023, we will get a joint Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces and Sierra Leone Police investigations. And the report will uncover subversive activities against the state who involve some Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces personnel. The investigation initially being started when one Corporal Koroma we abandoned in vehicle now the Joint Communications Unit at the Old Force Barracks. When they search that vehicle, they meet a list serially of serving personnel of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces where they part of that illegal social media network. So the investigation team also revealed that some of the personnel where they on that list now a member of a formed WhatsApp group in a national world where they call Calamira by one civilian, Sheka Dumbuya, we currently they on the run. So they form this group according to reports we will get, the fines we will get, with the intention for unseat the democratically elected government of His Excellency the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, Brigadier General Retired Dr. Julius Maada Bio. Now, you see, I don't see a lot of posts from the social media. People, they send their opinion. But again, you might be correct, you might be wrong. Sometimes it's necessary for making us seek the correct information from the right people. Then post when they make now assumptions, sorry. People they say they don't sack a lot of people in the armed forces, yes. That is why they confirm them now. And the reason is very simple, because the timely administrative action by the MOD ARSLAF it been based on the ARSLAF existing policies, when a misconduct and media policies. 4, the ARSLAF personnel that will be involved in that clandestine social media group where it forbidden at the armed forces don't take a timely decision because of national security. It is for your interest, it's for the interest of the state. Because it's simple. Them personnel there, where they investigate before the November 26th, we find out say, or the report states say, they be involved in subversive activities against the state. We side them discuss and plan activities for unseat the government of Sierra Leone. So, in the misconduct issues now the ARSLAF, a very simple, because we get section 26 and 27A and B of the Army Orders Act. If we don't want to go give the policy anything already, we say any member, especially 27A of the armed forces, at any time could be removed from the military or be called upon to resign his commission for misconduct. Underline the word misconduct. B further say, any officer may for reasons other than misconduct be called upon at any time to retire or to resign his commission should the circumstances and the case in the opinion of the Forces Council so require. And before you do that, we get what we call the service test. before you determine this all, we get what we call the service test. So, for make way we determine the service test, whether the conduct, the misconduct, it is required that commanders will get regard for whether the actions or the behavior of the individual adversely affects or impacted or likely to impact the efficiency of the operational effectiveness of the ASLAF. So if the answer is yes, then misconduct is deemed to have occurred. Therefore, the standard of proof for this na balance of probability. Not to say na if proven beyond reasonable doubt, like say na court they go. Because the policies stay, will follow the policies.
Right.
In just a few minutes, sir. So the board will also consider whether the safety, the repetition, the discipline, and well-being of the armed forces is at this repeat. And it will look at whether the behavior of individual, in this case, where they serve, adversely affects the likely impact of the operational effectiveness of the ASLAF. Then it will also look at quickly whether the actions potentially damage the command and subordinate trust, management and leadership, and also leadership relationship. Then quickly, it will also look at whether the action potentially provide adverse publicity to their unit and by extension to the armed forces. So finally, whether the actions undermine morale, good discipline, and also to the Republic of South Africa Armed Forces. So based on the existing policies and based on the investigations, before they take this action, then call them people there on an interview, when the procedure, then warn them, then advise them, tell them, say, we're going to come up on a group there, because the policies state, for joining group there. But unfortunately for some of them, on the 26th November again, for the FAILCO, some of them again be involved. So the armed forces will get no option for take a timely decision for national security, for the safety of you people, because of the oath of allegiance. It don't erode because of the loyalty is questionable, because no longer gets the confidence of the superiors and subordinates, and as a result, the armed forces will be able to take this decision.
Thank you, sir.
That's now which will happen.
Colonel, thank you very much for that detailed, useful, relevant explanation. The summary of this: 48 RSLAF personnel, they don't compulsorily discharge all of them because of the illegal membership in a group what they call Joint Calamera Peace and Security Network. When I be an illegal group, we then find out through the administrative procedure, say a group where they use for try for do illegal activity, including they involved in the November 26th FAILCO attempt. So then remember that they all 48 of them, and they within that group there, where they don't review and they don't dismiss 48 of them. The other news from the army that's 27 officials and don't be charged for various offenses. Them again connected to the November 26th failed attempted coup. The charges range from mutiny, failure to suppress mutiny, murder, aiding the enemy, communicating with the enemy, and other relevant offenses. I've been really like for take another round of questions, but I think we're now far past time. But I just ask my panelists them for the final words them, and then we will close. Your question, you sure? Would not be your question. Now I make I ask you if you're sure, because I know so your question be answered, but you were not paying attention. Yes. If I know your question, I did the chief minister starts. We begin for talk.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ba. So for me, 2024, this is not the first press conference, as you say. So I'm really honored for being here. But I think say we as Salone people, both inside Salone and out of Salone, I think say we commit ourselves to a country. So this statement 2 or 3 times, Salone big pass we all. We all come. Before we, people are in day. Now we on time this. After we, people are get for day. Me will not sit down and poil Salone for the people who get for Cambia, we will picking and grand picking them. Men on political person or political party can't tell me for do certain thing we wrong. We no one go as refugees no side. Some people they get options for go other side them. But I can assure say 90+% of Sierra Leoneans one day inside and country. May we fit and try for we safe naya instead of go as refugees any other side. So may we not allow, may we respect leadership. Other day at that time, but now we got leaders and David mentioned that they're going to cost him mama, grandpa, uncle. Now like fish, where the fish he ate dump well, all sides. So if we sit down, we get people away they rule we and then at the head. Then every day with the cost there and they swear there. So any false move they make, don't swear themselves, say they're not better. Anything they make, it affects we all. So we need to understand that. Maybe that's going to be one of your anecdotes for civic education. Because if the aid don't well, you don't cost that aid. You don't swear and say all the way they do wrong. Any move you make, it affects you where they don't. So if me posting ahead me, I get boss there, they swear every day, man, I know that myself, it come back to. So we need for reassess, may we change we mindset, may we put Salone before, may we try for be disciplined, and may they ask the government for ensure say we discipline. Make all the rules and laws then they, may we make sure say we enforce some of the rule and law they are, because all man thinks like free tongue, just free, so all man can just free for do it in they want to do. 2 questions. Another thing, the National Development Plan, where they hope say it's inclusive, and it will get to the point where if any other governments come, then they reverse them, so we can't they tete all the time. We need to move forward. And the question where I always get them in mind is that is it possible? I don't know what the modalities are. I understand Liberia has a free port. Is that something that has ever been considered for Sierra Leone? For we forget free ports. So with that, Happy New Year again. May we work together. May nobody overseas not tell me what to do with the suffer naya because we de naya. May nobody no can't tell we can't make one away. People at the pool, we were there inside we they manage, we they survive. So I beg you, we always save, more let we save, more move on. Forget political party. Where election time we work with it. After that, we move on. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'll answer a question before I think we want forget government service for paid in there. So may we then tax then they, as you been say, ideally all man they pay different tax, but we're not sophisticated yet. But may we say the people pay more they do. So until that 10 day, we now go get free ports for now, and we get for pay for the services. And then there was a second point that you had, which was the National Development Plan. Actually, this is one part of the beautiful parts of this NDP. Even though election at 2028, and even though now we get a win back, we still make sure say the NDP now until 2030. Then now for make sure say we'll win 2028 to go easy for more continue the work. You know, I want for explain something to some people them. And important. Because some people then they will whole day and they work now for go online for say within that hashtag we will deliver. I want to explain within 2024 mean and within the hashtag we will deliver mean. If not for we have delivered no more, we have delivered and the evidence there. I no need for kind for right, we have delivered. Because we picking them they go school, then they eat to side and they eat. We get this security with it. We know what's in there happen. We have delivered plenty in there, even though it's in there. We are delivering, we know that there. But when we say we will deliver, that means not to just wait till they do know the sleep in our net too, that we where they that we as government, una as citizen there, una as opposition, that we all got for deliver for this country here. That means the plan they will put in place, the ambition they will get, the vision they will get. Elect you know one do one for me. You self need for deliver for yourself. you self need for deliver for a picking there. So do ya where you see hashtag we will deliver, not suck it and say what the delivery. Because that means say you don't want delivery for yourself. We will deliver. Pauper. Thank you.
All right. On that note, I want to take this opportunity for tell thank you to all we media partner them. I want to tell Una the journalists in civil society thank you. Una they always come. And I want to wish we all a wonderful partnership for this year. I want to remind Una say the treason trial they continue this week. We get also other trials, other charges and they continue. And then the investigation into the failed November 26 could not end it. The ransom, the reward money is still available. 70 million for any 70,000 the new currency, now the only currency now we get. For anybody who they give us information will lead to the arrest of them people who have been put out. So do you have family them? Allow continue. See this peace we enjoy so this Christmas, and people are not allow enjoy. Then see how Chief Minister explains so all the good things that happen across governments. Oh, they can go now to the US for talk to the US government and all that as a democratic country still, together with the opposition. 9 bad people they want to take away from we. But the reason why make we succeed are because of Una, the people them. Una, the free press. You, civil society. We get a role for play for lift Salone above all else and for remind everybody say Salone big pass we all. Until next week we will meet again, same time, same place. And for telling thank you. Assalamu alaikum.